My name is Jacob Basden. It's May 29th, 2014. This is my introductory speech. These are my 5 audience members, including the camera person. The American novelist, poet, and playwright James Baldwin once said, "An identity would seem to be arrived at by the way in which the person faces and uses their experience." I like this quote because as I reflect over the past 15 years of my life, I can recall 3 life-altering events that have shaped my identity and brought me to the brink of the most profound accomplishment in my life to date. But before I let you know what that accomplishment is, I'd like to share with you how these 3 life-changing events have shaped me into the man that I am today. Throughout my adolescence, I lived in the here and now. When I thought about the future, it was about as short term as baseball season ending and me looking forward to the beginning of snowboarding season or vice versa. I can't remember ever thinking about the long-term future. I did well in school despite a lack of effort, but I always seemed to be drawn to less constructive outlets. When high school graduation rolled around in 1999, I found myself with no aspirations of going to college and no real direction or purpose about what came next. In 2001, I landed a job with a material handling company in Greenville, South Carolina. The pay wasn't great, but I loved the constant exposure to electrical and mechanical machines. Since it was up to us to keep the terminal running, we were always repairing something. I found that I loved learning how machines worked, especially electric machines. And over the next 2 years, I excelled at my job, and my manager took me under his wing. Before long, I was capable of running the entire terminal in his stead. And in 2005, my manager informed me that he was accepting a promotion and that I was the top candidate for the terminal manager position in Greenville. I was kind of surprised because there was one employee who had seniority on me, but I knew that he never took any real interest in learning the managerial duties. For the first time in my life, I realized that knowledge could be power. Unfortunately, a few months later, before I ever got a chance to become manager, the Greenville terminal closed. I wouldn't leave empty-handed though. I developed a deep interest in electrical machines, and I witnessed firsthand how the doors that could be opened through knowledge. So it was quite fortuitous that only a few months after I was laid off, my sister graduated from Clemson, an event that would transition my life into a new direction. First of all, you should know that in my family, our blood bleeds orange. I've been a devoted Clemson fan since I was in my mother's womb. Even as a toddler, my parents would play Tiger Rag as I would march around in circles proudly, much to my parents' and their friends' delight. So it was a proud day in my family when my sister graduated from Clemson. The happiness and pride on my parents' faces and on my sister's face could not be contained. I thought to myself that I would love to feel that sense of accomplishment. I had noticed the countless hours she had spent dedicated to coursework and the sleepless nights she had spent studying for exams, and now her dreams were being realized. On top of that, the commencement speech given by former Clemson President James Barker was inspirational. He spoke of the legacies and the traditions of Clemson, the camaraderie shared between alumni, and how the student body and faculty were a family unit, and that no matter where you went in the world, you could always find a Tiger to call on once you were part of that family. That sealed the deal for me. As of that day, I felt like I had a direction in my life for once. I had a new sense of purpose, and that purpose was getting into Clemson. So over the next few years, I employed the same deep dedication and strong work ethic I had learned from my sister to work my way through transfer classes at Tri-County Technical College. And in 2011, my hard work had paid off, and I was officially accepted into the College of Computer and Electrical Engineering at Clemson. I had found confidence that through hard work I could achieve goals I would have never set for myself as a younger man. And even as I was celebrating this acceptance into Clemson and this newfound confidence, a third identity molding event was transpiring behind the scenes. I had recently started dating a girl I was working with named Maria, who had a 3-month-old daughter named Remy. For the past 12 years, I had been focusing solely on myself and doing what was best for me. I knew what unconditional love was, and I knew that no matter what kind of trouble I caused my parents, that they would always love me, and I reminded them of that constantly. I had noticed how my parents would make sacrifices so I could play sports and do the things I wanted, and I noticed how they encouraged me and were always proud and uplifting of me, even when things didn't turn out my way. But I never understood unconditional love until I was in their shoes. Fast forward to present day, and Maria and I have been together for over 3 years. I developed a deep bond with her and Remy, and I adore them both. They have taught me what it feels like to love unconditionally, and they have taught me what it feels like to care more about someone else than you do your own self. And they motivated me to push through and triumph in times when I thought failure was near. My wonderful parents gave me the blueprint for unconditional love, and Remy and Maria have given me a reason to use it. It's been 15 years now since I graduated high school and still uncertain about the future. I stand before you today, 32 years old, and only a few months away from becoming a graduate of Clemson University. I'm a loyal companion and a dedicated father. These 3 life-changing events have impacted my identity, and through these events I've found ambition, purpose, confidence, work ethic, knowledge, selflessness, and unconditional love. God truly had a plan for me, even as I didn't, and I know through Him I can do all things. Thank you.